Hello friends, welcome back to another episode of Movies and Melodies. It's the end of July. This means for me the birthdays of two very dear friends, one of whom happens to be my sister-in-law as well. So this episode will be a birthday wish as well as a tribute to friendship. We all know Bollywood has, I don't know how many friend songs. Sadly, most of them seem to be like male friendship type songs. Doesn't matter. We'll find some good gems for today. The first song for today is from Naya Daur. It was released in 1957-58, end of the 50s at any rate. Dilip Kumar, Vaijayantimala in the lead. It was a B.R. Chopra film. It was sort of a statement about how progress without much thought put into it and without much planning put into it can really ruin things for people. And there's also sort of a side story of friendship, how two close friends who both fall in love with the same woman end up with having a fight because of some misunderstandings. It all works out in the end, of course, but the song for our first sort of introduction to this episode, it's again, they're both declaring their friendship and how other people might not have the same kind of relationship. Mohammad Rafi has sung this song, O.P. Nayyar's music with Sahir Saab's lyrics. It's a very short song, sort of a double couplet situation, and it's sung in this kind of a slow lilting melody. Dil de ke daga denge, yaar hai matlab ke, denge to kya denge. The second part of it is दुनिया को दिखा देंगे यारों के पसीनों पर हम खून बहा देंगे
दिल लेके दगा देंगे ओ दिल लेके दगा देंगे यार है मतलब के ये देंगे तो क्या देंगे यार है मतलब के ये देंगे तो क्या देंगे हो दुनिया को दिखा देंगे ओ दुनिया को दिखा देंगे यारों के पसीने पर हम खून बहा देंगे यारों के पसीने पर हम खून बहा देंगे
1964 saw the release of Dosti. This was a story about two friends, young boys, who form a very steadfast and deep kind of a friendship. They both are originally from a village, both get orphaned, and they're both injured in accidents that actually orphan them. One of them is blind, the other one hurts his leg permanently and has a limp. They both end up in Bombay. They meet, they become good friends, and now they're trying to eke out a living. They realize that they both have musical talents. So one of them sings, the other one plays a harmonica. So they get together and perform on the streets, and people give them money, and that's how they make a living. The whole story, there's a lot of melodrama, it's a tearjerker. Huge hit, by the way. It won 6 awards, Filmfare Awards. But the whole basis of the story is, of course, their dosti, their friendship, overcome a gazillion obstacles and so on. There are several songs about various aspects of friendship in the movie, but this particular one is essentially talking about how good friendship is like sort of like an eternal flame. Rafi Saab has sung it, Lakshmikant Pyaralal's music, Majroo Sultanpuri's lyrics. कोई जब राह न पाए मेरे संग आए कि पग पग दीप जलाए मेरी दोस्ती मेरा प्यार.
जब राह न पाए मेरे संग आए के पग पग दीप जलाए। मेरी दोस्ती मेरा प्यार, मेरी दोस्ती मेरा प्यार। कोई जब राह न पाए मेरे संग आए के पग पग दीप जलाए। मेरी दोस्ती मेरा प्यार, मेरी दोस्ती मेरा प्यार। माने तो सब दुख दूर, दोस्ती को माने तो सब दुख दूर। कोई काहे ठोकर खाए मेरे संग आए के पग पग दीप जलाए। मेरी दोस्ती मेरा प्यार, मेरी दोस्ती मेरा प्यार।
Zanjeer brought about several transformations. It was Amitabh Bachchan's first commercial success, and what a success it was. It was also the first movie that changed the path of Indian or Bollywood cinema from the romantic, sweet-talking hero to the angry young man hell-bent on revenge kind of hero. Amitabh Bachchan ruled the roost for 2 decades, maybe more, as a hero. And I would say probably about 98% of his roles were all the angry young man revenge drama kind of roles. Zanjeer was also a revenge drama. He's a police officer and he's trying to find the man who killed his parents. Jaya Bhaduri acts opposite him as his romantic lead. There are moments of romance too. It's not all anger. Pran actually has a very interesting role. It's a very positive role. He plays a Pathan who, is one of those men who's sort of a gangsterish kind of guy, but is actually a really good friend as well, and basically honest. So this song comes after Pran and Amitabh Bachchan have their little confrontation, and Pran acknowledges that Amitabh Bachchan is a good guy in the movie and all of that, and they become friends. So he invites Amitabh over for a dawat and he sings this song to him. Sung by Manada, music Kalyanji Anandji, and that very, very, very underrated, talented lyricist Gulshan Bawra. यारी है ईमान मेरा यार मेरी जिंदगी।
यारी है ईमान मेरा यार मेरी जिंदगी। अरे यारी है ईमान मेरा यार मेरी जिंदगी। प्यार हो बंदों से ये, सबसे बड़ी है बंदगी। यारी है ईमान मेरा यार मेरी जिंदगी। यारी है ईमान मेरा यार मेरी जिंदगी। दिल छेड़ो जहां में, साद दिल छेड़ो जहां में, प्यार की गूंजे सदा। साद दिल छेड़ो जहां में, प्यार की है उन पे बहारें हूँ फिदा। प्यार लेके नूर आया, प्यार लेके नूर आया, प्यार लेके ताजगी यारी है। अरे यारी है ईमान मेरा, यार मेरी जिंदगी, यारी है ईमान मेरा, यार मेरी जिंदगी।
Rishikesh Mukherjee directed Namak Haram in '73. This movie came out before Zanjeer, so Amitabh Bachchan still hadn't hit his peak. And Rajesh Khanna basically has the meteor role, shall I say. But Amitabh actually walked away with the critical honors in this movie. Story of two very close friends, one who's extremely wealthy, the other one lower middle class type thing, and yet they're really happy and very, very loyal to each other. But something happens and one of them betrays the other. It all works out in the end. Rekha has a very small role opposite Rajesh Khanna as his romantic lead. The music for this movie was very good. R.D. Burman, Anand Bakshi's lyrics. Kishore Kumar has sung this movie. It's picturized on Rajesh Khanna singing to Amitabh Bachchan. दिए जलते हैं, फूल खिलते हैं, बड़ी मुश्किल से मगर दुनिया में दोस्त मिलते हैं.
दिए जलते हैं, फूल खिलते हैं, दिए जलते हैं, फूल खिलते हैं, बड़ी मुश्किल से मगर दुनिया में दोस्त मिलते हैं, दिए जलते हैं. जब जिस वक्त किसी का यार जुदा होता है, कुछ ना पूछो यारों दिल का हाल बुरा होता है. जब जिस वक्त किसी का यार जुदा होता है, कुछ ना पूछो यारों दिल का हाल बुरा होता है. दिल पे यादों के जैसे तीर चलते हैं, हाँ हाँ दिए जलते हैं, फूल खिलते हैं, दिए जलते हैं.
Sai Paranjpe directed Chashme Baddoor and it came out in 1981. Absolute laugh riot. Fantastic movie about friendship and sort of a romance as well in the whole movie. Farooq Sheikh, Deepthi Nawal are the main leads. Ravi Baswani and Rakesh Bedi are the friends, and they are phenomenal in their roles, and they have a sizable role as well. And Saeed Jafri is absolutely fantastic as Lalan Mia, the pawn shop owner. I think this is probably one of his best roles. His timing, his dialogue delivery, absolutely fantastic. If you haven't seen it, you absolutely have to go and see it. It's a must. It's an order. No. The music was great actually for this movie. It was Raj Kamal and a very, very rare thing in the Hindi film industry, a female lyricist, Indu Jain. It's been sung by Anand Kumar, Hariharan and Shailendra Singh. It's great. The whole thing is picturized on the three friends. You know, they're running around Delhi on their motorbike, sharing cigarettes and so on. It's a beautiful picturization of friendship, and the three of them are just outstanding. Pyar Lagawat Pranay Mohabbat.
प्यार लगावट प्रणय मोहब्बत प्रेम प्रीत या लबला मूड नाम कई पर बात वही है हर किस्से की बात नहीं है बात न कुछ कहने की, 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 तो क्या गुमसुम रहने की। अरे गुरु, अरे गुरु, बात न कुछ कहने की, बात न कुछ कहने की, यारों से जो आंख चुराए, दिल की दिल में बात छुपाए, दर्द न खोले खुशी न बांटे, जिसके लिए मुरावत काटे। बंद करेंगे हम भी फौरन उससे हुक्का पानी, क्या समझे जानी। अरे अरे यार जलावत तो क्या गुमसुम रहने की,
(1996), Gulzar Saab came out with Machis. It was about the Sikh insurgency. It's a very beautifully made movie, very sensitively made. There's no taking of sides. It's very objectively portrayed. It's a very stark movie, but a definite must-see. Chandrachud Singh made his debut with this movie as well. And Vishal Bharadwaj was the music director for this movie. Music is absolutely fantastic, both the background stuff that's played, you know, during the movie, as well as the songs. And Gulzar Saab's lyrics, of course, for the songs are just off the top of the charts, kind of a thing. Tabu plays the romantic lead for Chandrachud Singh in the movie, but there are other actors as well. Om Puri has a very key role. Phenomenal, phenomenal acting. This song that I want to share is set among the mountains of the Himalayas, and it's how these young men, they're forging a friendship. It's an interesting thing. They may not have otherwise been friends if, you know, the situation had been normal and they hadn't been driven out of their homes. They're sort of forced into this bond because they're all seeking justice. You know, there's that common goal of wanting to seek justice. Suresh Wadkar and Hariharan have sung this song, Chappa Chappa Charkha Chale.
चप्पा चप्पा चरखा चले, चप्पा चप्पा चरखा चले, हे चप्पा चप्पा चरखा चले, चप्पा चप्पा चरखा चले। पानी पानी यारियां तेरी, बोनी बोनी बेरियों तले, चप्पा चप्पा चरखा चले, हे चप्पा चप्पा चरखा चले। हे बोनी बोनी यारियां तेरी, बोनी बोनी बेरियों तले, यारा बे, यारा बे, यारा बे, कहानियां परदेसिया। चप्पा चप्पा चरखा चले, हाय चप्पा चप्पा चरखा चले। गोरी चटखोरी जब कटोरी से खिलाती थी, जुम्मे के जुम्मे जो सुर में लगाती थी। गोरी चटखोरी जो कटोरी से खिलाती थी, जुम्मे के जुम्मे जो सुर में लगाती थी। कच्ची मुंडेर के तले, चप्पा चप्पा चरखा चले, चप्पा चप्पा चरखा चले।
Dil Chahta Hai, another awesome movie about friendships. Amir Khan, Saif Ali Khan, Akshay Khanna. All three, these are the friends on who this whole thing is picturized on. It was a great movie, very sensitively made. It was Farhan Akhtar's debut as a writer and director. And Javed Akhtar has written the lyrics for this. Music was by Shankar Ehsaan Loy. Such a, I don't have the words to describe how wonderful this movie was in portraying the importance of friendship in our lives and how when two friends, good friends, fight, it can actually take a while for them to get back together. Anyway, the song, you all know this. It's the title track to the movie, Dil Chahta Hai. And the line in the second part of the main chorus, the line is, Hum na rahe kabhi yaron ke bin. What a fantastic line.
दिल चाहता है, दिल चाहता है, दिल चाहता है, कभी न बीते चमकीले दिन, दिल चाहता है, हम न रहे कभी यारों के बिन, दिन दिन भर हो प्यारी बातें, झूमे शामें गाए रातें, मस्ती में रहे डूबा डूबा हमेशा समा, हमको राहों में यूं ही मिलती रहे खुशियाँ, दिल चाहता है कभी न बीते चमकीले दिन, दिल चाहता है हम ना रहे कभी यारों के बिन, जगमगाते हैं चिलमिलाते हैं अपने रास्ते, ये खुशी रहे रोशनी रहे अपने वास्ते।
That's it for today, folks. I hope all of you have long and strong friendships in your lives, because I think without friends, our life would be bereft of joy. We need friends in our lives, even if you have a few, but if they're good friendships, that's what helps, in the long run to keep you going and keep you on an even keel. I'll be back in 2 weeks. Until then, remember, music is food for the soul. Keep listening.